Hello everyone. So today we are going to be discussing etiquette in robotics and its importance at competitions and in the online community. So listed on the screen are the different places where your actions represent TUSD, your school's program, and your team. Though how you act at competitions is still very important, it is also important to remember that on social media, Discord, and on the Vex Forum, you still represent your team within the community. Listed here are some ways you should handle yourself at competition in order to maintain a good reputation for TUSD, your school, and your team in the Vex community. For starters, always be respectful when talking to other teams, event partners, referees, and volunteers. This includes during disagreements. Do not be disrespectful when calling out a rule violation or a bad call. Next, depending on what is allowed at the time, somehow congratulate or respect your opponents and alliance at the end of the match with either shaking hands, elbow bumps, or verbally saying, "Good match." Keep in mind that you are surrounded by others when in the pit or venue. Thus, make sure that you act polite and respectful at all times, despite what events happen during the day. This also means no horseplay, and especially no playing games while sitting in the pit. If you are at the pit, do not just stay on your phone. You can be helping your team by managing batteries, telling them about future alliances or opponents, and talking to teams for alliance selection. Find something to do. There's always something to do. Moving on, when you or your team talks about other robots in the competition, do not talk badly about any robot. It is disrespectful and it is completely unnecessary. This includes when talking about scouting data, alliance selection, opponents, or alliances during matches. Additionally, if a team asks you if your team is considering them for alliance selection, never flat out say no. Say that your team has a list and they are on it. Do not specify who you plan to pick or not pick. Just leave it at that. If they insist, respectfully just say that you cannot tell them exactly who you are picking at this time, or say that your team is unsure at the moment but will definitely consider them. Lastly, during alliance selection, make sure you always respond with "we graciously accept" or "we respectfully decline." Never just say yes or no. This portion of the video is for those of you who use the Vex Discord in order to communicate with the Vex community. We do not recommend using the Vex Discord in general. The Discord is not a big safe space. If you say the wrong thing, people will view you badly and possibly hate on you. If you do choose to join the Vex Discord despite all this, we would advise you to limit how many conversations you decide to partake in. Remember, your name on Discord is attached to your team number. Thus, it is even more important that you act respectfully and are thinking about your actions on this platform. What you say can be screenshotted, taken the wrong way, or viewed by people who are not even partaking in the conversation at the time. This means no cursing, no insulting, no talking bad about teams or designs, and no spamming. The Discord can sometimes be an okay place to have intellectual conversation on designs, programming, parts, etc. However, you must be extremely careful on what you say and what you send. We also advise the same caution when using the Vex Forum because of how easily words can be spread and misinterpreted throughout the entire robotics community. However, the Vex Forum is a good tool if used correctly. It should mainly be used regarding research on specific systems like pneumatics or specific lifts. However, it is important to do fact checks on what you read here to ensure that what you are making isn't constructed from nonsense. Like Wikipedia, anybody can post on here, so the ideas and prototypes posted aren't always reliable. Additionally, it contains many reveals that you can view, and it has game updates directly from Vex. We would advise to never post on the forums, even for reveals, because it can be uploaded to YouTube as an alternative, and is simply a safer way to distance yourself from the toxic situations that can take place online. So leaks, meaning posting photos or videos of any part of the robot, are perhaps one of the most overlooked aspects of etiquette in Vex. Many people will post pictures of other teams' robots without thinking. This is what not to do. As a general rule of thumb, never post other teams or your own team's leaks of the robot design or programming, especially since this can cause strained relations between teams. It is okay to share photos or videos from competition in the past as long as all of your team gives consent to it. The robot is not your singular robot. It is your team's robot, and it should be treated as such when showing others. On your screen are two very similar posts that one could make online that seem to follow the guidelines that we mentioned above, being positive, insightful, or asking a question. However, I want you to look at these and see if you can find what is wrong with them. In the first post, you are giving a team a backhanded compliment. You are making them feel bad indirectly by criticizing their build and decisions, regardless of how well their robot actually works. Whereas in the second post, there's nothing wrong because the criticism was spun into a positive observation and question. That is how easy it is to change your comment or statement to be appropriate on social media platforms. While this seems like a small change to any normal viewer, this can mean a lot when interacting between teams. Thank you for watching our video on etiquette in robotics.